Hello, my name is Luke Martinez. I'm a 38-year-old man living in Clovis, New Mexico at the time, working at Walmart. It's June 24th, I believe, and it's 2024. I am a man, single, living in this state. Moved from Colorado, Denver, Colorado, down here. Was homeless for a little while. Found this place because it was affordable for me. And I've been the whole time on a spiritual journey, taking myself through just everything I can think about my life to further myself, to just being the best version of myself, working, just having a way of just knowing that every day I got to be better than I was the day before. And when I say I got to be better than the day before, I just always got to have the better mindset than I did the day before, considering everything I have to consider throughout the day to be better than the day before. Any kind of ignorance in my mind, if I have any, which I do not, because I do not believe in doing anything without intelligence. But if I ever have a way of feeling like I felt bad about something, I will pinpoint the thought that made me feel bad about something and understand what about the moment upset me. Like from a picture, a song, interaction with anybody, whatever it is that triggers a memory. I just go in on correcting it for a positive and making sure that I'm always noticing my negative thoughts and always changing them to a positive by taking the song or whatever it is that triggers the memory to a positive. So when I think about whatever it is in the future, I could slowly work my mind to just always having that positive association, so I don't have to forget about whatever it is. I don't have to avoid about whatever it is. It's just changing it from a negative to a positive by associating whatever negative was with it with a new positive, by just concentrating on the new positive every time you have that noticing of the bad thought going into your mind. So I work on things like that to better my mind, to improve my mind state, to have a better understanding of each thought that is processed within my mind, so I can always work on making it the best thought that I produce in my mind. And within doing so, I've been attacked mentally in my mind by a violating nature. It's a violation of nature. I've been attacked by a violation of nature, by the world thinking that they have the right to invade my personal sanctuary, which is my mind, the sacredness of a mind. It's sacred land in your mind, because that's where you process everything you need to know about who you are, how you're going to move, how you're going to do this, that, and the other. It's how you have what you need to just be a perfectly defensible person. And when you got people invading your mind and the whole world invading your mind, thinking they have the right to, it's just a disgrace of the mind. They're desecrating sacred territory of the mind, because they would not want it for themselves at all. I know it for a fact. They would not want someone desecrating their mind, and they would call it a desecration of the holiness of their mind, the goodness of their mind, if they consider it good, bad, or whatever. It's a sacred territory, and it's being invaded by people that consider themselves entitled to it, which makes them idiot thinkers, because they would hesitate to call someone an idiot for thinking they could do it to them. So don't ever think yourself as anything but that, because you would quickly consider someone an idiot for thinking they had the right to invade your mind. And that is the truth. And you want to violate me with violence and your gross way of living, your abomination of living, I will call it, because it's nothing but things I consider abominable to my understanding when it means loving correctly, being the man who puts love forth with every thought that he has just to be the best version of himself. And I am being attacked with every evil that a person is putting forth in their mind. Everybody is putting forth evil in their mind, and it is a despicable way to realize the world. In this time where people want to protest violence, they want to protest a violation of the body. They want to protest the person's ability to just be. They want to violate everything from the look to the sound to the everything it takes to just have a way to nitpick at an individual's understanding. And then when you violate the mind, you think you have the entitlement and right to judge a person's mind state. When people make mistakes, it's about how they carry themselves forth from their mistakes and what kind of perturbed person they make of themselves. By having the mind state, as I have described to you, is putting the best forth every time with love, every time producing the best mind state every time. As you know, it's the best because I love completely, purely, wholly. And you lie about that just to be a disgrace to yourself. When you lie to yourself, you are disgracing and completely disrespecting yourself. And you think it's funny, you laugh. And I'm like, don't you get that you're like clowning on yourself? You are. You're laughing at yourself every time you do it because you're fucking stupid like that, man. I just can't even imagine people not realizing that's a truth of their understanding. If they had a reason to understand truth. And that's another thing. Why would you insult yourself again by not keeping the truth in your mind? It is offensive to yourself. It is. You're trying to offend me, which I do get offended, but then I gotta realize that you're offending yourself in the process, and I gotta be the one to tell you about it because you are completely ignorant to even your own disrespect of yourself. I'm like, why? Am I the only one who understands and is willing to speak to people about their mental illness? But I just like a thought crossed my mind as I was saying that, because I already had the opinion that it was completely failed, and now I'm like, how many doctors are just sitting back waiting for motherfuckers to come to them with their problem so they can make money off of this illness, and so they could just waste their own ability because they have the inability to deal with their own reason of why they need to turn away from their interaction with me to better their own state of mind. So they're failing you by being completely ignorant themselves about the circumstances of a man's life, which they are observing like a violation. Your violence is despicably pathetic. Please stop, because I love people. I put my love first. I do not want to see anybody get hurt. I don't want to see anybody get hurt. I want to see everybody be safe all the time. Safe here and on their way home. Safe when they get home. Safe when they're here. Safe when they get home. That's what I want. I want the same for me too. If I want safety for you, you should want safety for me. And if you can't do that, then you are breaking the rule, a law of love. Do unto others. Don't break rules of love to be an ignorant loser, because that's who you are when you break laws of love. You become an ignorant loser because you're breaking laws of love. I love who I am because I have a mind like that could take love forth and know that it is my true love, which is love. True love is my love for love and nature. So I know when people got what it takes to be about it, and they're doing nothing but just desecrating their own mind in the process, thinking that you got something like a gift by being able to violate my mind, it makes you a despicable disgrace to yourself and your own intelligence, because you desecrate yourself by not being able to take a message of truth from me to do nothing but lie to yourself continuously about the truth of what's happening. You are violating me, threatening with violence to kill me in some kind of disastrous fucking fashion that needs to end, and you need to leave me so you could actually experience the truth of love, actually go in on the truth of spirituality, actually observe something that with truth other than the disgrace of your mind. Observe a truth of love for the first time by turning away from me completely. And that's the first time you will observe the truth of love, is by turning your mind away from observing me in the violating way. Go to love. Amen.